Welcome, viewers. Today, we're diving into a captivating story. Our story unfolds in Wilmington. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
In Wilmington, there lived a teenager named Katie. Katie's life was anything but a fairy tale. She was overworked, bullied, and constantly harassed by her adoptive family, the Van Ravensways. This charming bunch included Gail, her shallow stepmother who could smell a designer knockoff from a mile away; Bev, her bratty older adoptive sister who had a voice that could make dogs howl, and not in a good way; and Victor, her troublemaking adoptive younger brother whose idea of fun was hiding her phone in the toaster. Despite how badly they treated her, Katie did what they wanted without complaint, fearing that Gail would place her back into foster care. Meanwhile, at the Wellesley Academy of the Arts, where Gail, her tyrannical stepmother, reigned supreme as the headmistress with a no-nonsense attitude, Guy Morgan, the president of a big recording company, enrolls his son, Luke, at the school. Katie, looking for a glamorous escape from her mundane life, decides to sneak her demo CD into Guy Morgan's briefcase. Because why not? It's not like she has anything to lose, except perhaps her dignity if she gets caught. But hey, dream big or go home, right? Back at home, Bev was determined to land a recording contract with Guy Morgan. The problem? Bev was a terrible singer, and the more she practiced, the worse she sounded. Despite her lack of talent, she was convinced fame was within her grasp. Meanwhile, Guy Morgan, impressed by the demo he received, called Katie's cell phone. But before Katie could answer, her stepmother Gail intercepted the call. Shocked to hear that Guy loved the demo, Gail quickly lied, claiming it was Bev's and accusing Katie of stealing it. Back at the house, things took a turn for the worse. Victor, always up to mischief, played one of his cruel pranks on Katie, stole her clothes and towel while she was in the shower, and locks her out of the house, completely naked. Desperate to cover herself, Katie stumbled outside and tripped over Luke, who had come by for a visit. Thinking quickly, Katie grabbed the welcome mat to shield herself, and amused by the situation, Luke kindly offered her his jacket. As Bev welcomed Luke into the house, Gail wasted no time barging into Katie's room, telling her she knew about the demo and told Guy Morgan it was Bev's. She then revealed her scheme. She would get Bev the record deal, but using Katie's voice. Although Bev was hesitant, her desire to win Luke's affection pushed her to go along with the deceit. At school, Katie and her best friend, Angela, who was aspiring to be a dancer, stumble upon Luke singing in the music room with his best friend, Mickey O'Malley. Captivated by Luke's voice, Katie feels inspired and writes a song for him, revealing to Angela that she has feelings for him. Encouraging her friend to take a chance, Angela urges Katie to perform the song for Luke at the Bollywood ball that evening. To help her feel confident, Angela even gives Katie a beautiful costume to wear. But just as they are preparing for the big night, Gail barges into the room, forcing Angela to quickly leave to avoid being caught. Gail, determined to help Bev win over Luke at the Bollywood ball, orders her stepdaughter Katie to stay home and babysit Victor. Desperate to attend the event herself, Katie pleads with Ravi, Gail's so-called guru, to watch Victor in her place. Unbeknownst to Gail, Ravi is actually Tony Gupta, a half-Italian, half-Indian method actor from New Jersey who once worked at KFC and only pretends to be a guru for the paycheck. Reluctantly, Tony agrees to cover for her, giving Katie a chance to sneak off to the ball. At the ball, Katie leads Luke outside and serenades him with the song she wrote. Luke is immediately charmed by her voice, unaware of the drama brewing behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Angela steps in to distract Gail by challenging her to a Bollywood dance-off. The plan works. Gail, much to her dismay, loses the dance-off and angrily leaves the event. Katie races home, hoping to beat her stepmother there, but fails. Gail, now furious, takes the upper hand. She blackmails Katie, threatening to expel Angela from the academy, which would destroy her chances of getting into Juilliard. With no other choice, Katie agrees to Gail's scheme. She will sing for Bev in order to save Angela's dance career. As further punishment, Gail informs Katie that she is grounded for defying her orders and attending the ball. Luke is determined to find the girl who enchanted him with her singing at the royal ball. Despite facing ongoing interference from Ms. Dorothy, the strict assistant principal who is eager to punish him for various infractions. Luke remains focused on his quest. His search leads him to the school's music room, where he unexpectedly encounters Bev. Inside the music room, Luke sees Bev performing what appears to be a musical number. However, he's actually witnessing Bev lip-syncing to a recording of Katie's voice. Misinterpreting the situation, Luke jumps to the conclusion that Bev is the talented singer he's been looking for. Impressed by what he believes to be her genuine musical prowess, he invites Bev to collaborate on writing more songs with him. Later that evening, Luke takes Bev out to a fancy restaurant, eager to discuss their musical collaboration. To Bev's horror, she must continue the charade of being the singer Luke admires. Despite her anxiety, Luke is captivated by Bev's supposed musical abilities, unaware that Katie is texting Bev with instructions on what to say during their dinner. The evening, however, is a disaster as Bev struggles to keep up with the pretense, leading to a series of awkward and embarrassing moments. Luke falls in love with Bev, not knowing that the beautiful voice and songs he admires are actually Katie's. Meanwhile, Gail gains even more control over Katie by revealing that she has found a way to access the savings account Katie's late father set up for her. Gail threatens that if Katie doesn't do what she says, she will cut her off from the money completely. Victor overhears this and realizes that the money actually belongs to Katie. He also knows what it's like to be mistreated by Gail and Bev, but he's always been too scared to stand up to them, feeling guilty for how he's treated Katie over the years, especially since she's the only one who remembers his birthday. Victor decides to help her. He agrees to work with Katie to expose Gail and Bev's lies and finally put an end to their schemes. The movie climaxes at their school's annual music showcase, where Bev is supposed to perform a song written by Katie. But during the showcase, Victor sabotages Bev's performance by destroying her iPhone, which contains the recording of Katie's song. This sabotage was done to make sure Bev didn't succeed, much to Gail's anger and both Katie's and Bev's worry. As the showcase progresses, Bev tries to cover up the situation by claiming her microphone has malfunctioned, but the audience is not convinced and begins to boo her off stage. Determined not to let the situation end in disaster, Gail takes matters into her own hands and insists that Katie perform live backstage to save the show. Meanwhile, Luke, who has been curious about the commotion backstage, follows and discovers Katie preparing to sing. At first, Katie tries to avoid revealing the truth, but eventually she confesses to Luke that Bev is unable to sing and that the beautiful voice everyone has been admiring actually belongs to her. Luke is shocked to learn that Bev's talent is a lie and that it was Katie all along. During Bev's second performance, things start falling apart. Luke, feeling cheated, grabs a video camera and sneaks backstage. There, he captures Katie singing behind the scenes, proving that it's her voice being used, not Bev's. With this evidence, he exposes the whole lie. At the same time, Angela acts quickly. She pushes a nervous Katie onto the stage to finish the song. Realizing that her secret is out, Bev runs off in embarrassment. With the truth revealed, the audience cheers for Katie, encouraging her to keep singing. Luke, now understanding everything, helps convince her to show her real talent. Nervous but supported, Katie steps into the spotlight and performs her demo song. Her performance is a huge hit. Luke and Katie, now realizing their feelings for each other, share a kiss and hug. In the audience, Guy Morgan is impressed by Katie's voice. He decides to let Luke produce an album for her under his label, Kensington Records. He also offers to help Angela get into Juilliard, seeing her talent as a dancer. Gail tries to convince Guy to forgive her, but he's fed up with her lies. He reports her to the school board, and she gets fired as headmistress of Wellesley Academy. To Gail's surprise, even Bev is happy to see her go, knowing how controlling and manipulative her mother has always been. In the end, Gail ends up back where she started years ago, singing badly at a small ranch, where the audience throws fruit at her and boos her off the stage.